friends, public access, all over the United States, Boston, Atlanta, Philadelphia, Chicago, Portland, Oregon, San Francisco, San Diego, San Antonio. I have a friend here from BronxNet TV, and I have heard that they have done great things in public access. How are you, Bernardo, today?
Doing well, doing well. How are you, Glendora?
Oh, very good, dear. Will you tell us about the great things that have happened down there in the Bronx for public access?
Absolutely. So this year in 2023, we at BronxNet are celebrating 30 years of public service,
Really?
Bronx community, and beyond. Absolutely. 30 years, 3 decades. It's our 30th birthday.
And keep going, honey. Tell us about the new things.
Yeah, so in addition to all the festivities around that, this year we also have launched our new location in the South Bronx. It's the BronxNet Media and Technology Studios in the South Bronx. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's been especially built for our South Bronx community and the rest of the Bronx community. It's got a beautiful, beautiful studio with large windows that our access producers can use. Our in-house shows can be taped there as well. It's another studio as well that's got a green screen and immersive technology. It's got learning labs. Just a beautiful space, the first of its kind in the Bronx area.
That's
and
what we want.
we're really excited to have opened that location up this year.
Oh, how nice. And how far is it from Yankee Stadium?
It's not that far, maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, it's right around the corner, basically.
Really, is it?
Yeah. It's right there. It's in the hub, the South Bronx, and yeah, we're really, really, really happy to have that as another location. It's our third location. We also have Mercy College, or now they changed their name to Mercy University. So we have Mercy University in the East Bronx. We have our main location that most people know us for is Lehman College. That's where our operations are centralized. And then we have this new location in the South Bronx. So 3 BronxNet locations.
Well, dear Bernardo, in addition to getting all new studios, did you also get new equipment?
Absolutely. All the equipment is brand new. We also remodeled our studio in the Lehman College facility. So that's been updated as well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we're rocking and rolling.
Oh, you didn't give up Lehman College, dear? You're still there?
We are still in Lehman College. We've been there for 30 years.
Yeah.
It was our first location, and then we added Mercy, and then now we added La Central.
Now tell me how many studios you have.
We have Mercy Studio, we have 2 in Lehman, and then we have 3 technically in La Central. Yeah, including what might be a podcast studio in the future, from my understanding. So
yes,
never know.
Yes, and you have a lot of live programming, do you, dear?
So in terms of live programming, right now we kind of scaled back on that ever since COVID. So prior to COVID, absolutely, yeah.
You did.
Used to go live all the time with a show called Open. It used to be live every morning at 10 o'clock from Lehman College.
Good.
When COVID hit, we actually scaled back on that, and we're still ramping back up to get to that point. So.
Yes. And did the use of Zoom, did that dampen your enthusiasm for all the beautiful studio work you can do?
When COVID hit, it was actually, we didn't really skip a beat at all. Like, it was like nothing really happened operationally for us. Like, we were able to stay on the air. We were able to continue producing our shows. We did everything, we had our meetings through Zoom, as you mentioned, all the directors were able to continue meeting and keeping operations going through Zoom and through Google Meet. We were able to continue recording our shows, and our producers from our community were able to continue recording shows through Zoom and StreamYard, which is another.
Oh, okay.
That people use. So yeah, we didn't miss a beat. We were able to continue operations through 2 years of COVID, and we're really proud of that. We were able to help other organizations in the Bronx as well to remain relevant and promote their services, and
were some of the things, Bernardo, that gave you the greatest thrill?
Well, COVID is definitely number one. I mean, the fact that we had a worldwide pandemic and, we continued, providing our services.
Yeah, I see. And that
with no problems.
Uh-huh.
That was definitely number one. And, other things that we're proud of are 30 years of service to the Bronx community.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very proud about that.
Yes.
So really proud about our new location in the South Bronx. Very proud about our other locations. I mean, Lehman College has been around. We've been around in that location since the beginning,
Yes.
years ago.
Yes.
And then BronxNet, Mercy, the Mercy University location has been around for almost a decade as well. So really proud of that as well. And really, it's just servicing our community. I mean, education is at the heart of what we do. So every time that someone graduates from one of our internships, or anytime someone goes on to another career in the mainstream media world, and they started at BronxNet, or any time that someone learns something just on the staff and they put the camera for the first time, like, we're there to provide education.
Yes.
For the community. Anytime an actress producer comes in,
yes,
and has that amazement, oh my God, and you see that spark in their face, like, oh my God, I can create so much from learning this. Like, it's that spark that we're looking for, it's that inspiration that we're looking for to provide in the Bronx community, and we've been doing that for a long time, and we hope to continue to do that in the future.
Now, what is up for the future? What are you looking for the future?
So for the future, we are looking to continue chugging along. We are looking to go beyond 30 years and continue providing our services for our access producers and for the community and for other organizations and for the public and for our viewers. And basically, we hope to be able to continue doing what we do best, which is public access for the Bronx and for the world.
Now, dear Bernardo, did the borough of the Bronx appreciate how important you were during COVID? You BronxNet presented very important services during COVID when the communication was upset, and you provided very important communication channels.
Yeah.
Did the Bronx community appreciate your great contribution?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And we actually had an event with our actress producers once we kind of officially fully came back to COVID. We had what's called a Level Up event to appreciate our actress producers, and we had a lot of great feedback about how we kept their shows on the air during COVID, and we were able to still facilitate productions and through remote technology, and how we continue to chuck along regardless of all the challenges. We have organizations that have been thankful as well. I mean, there's one example is we have something called Sunday Night at the Opera.
Oh, that's lovely.
Channel.
Oh, lovely.
And that is something that we do in conjunction with the Bronx Opera, and they asked us to continue that during COVID, and we were able to do so. And it's just one example of how we, have helped our organizations in the Bronx and just the public in general.
Can you remember anything nice that anybody said about you?
No. Something nice somebody said about me.
Well, I mean about Bronx. I meant about BronxNet.
About Bronx or about me personally?
No, well, all right, both of you. But start with BronxNet. You remember anything nice that somebody said about BronxNet?
Someone once wrote me, it was one of our producers, they wrote me and thanked me because we put their show on the air, and they started watching and they saw the other programming on the channel, and it was our culture channel. And they wrote me a nice note and they said, "Oh, thank you so much for including me in this great programming. I was watching the other programming and it's wonderful."
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, it's stuff like that makes my day. Absolutely.
Did anybody famous ever come out of the Bronx public access? Anybody famous?
Oh yeah, tons. But the one that sticks out immediately in my head is Chris Rock. We actually have a video of way back. I think it was in the beginning years of BronxNet. Chris Rock, the famous comedian. We have tape of him actually saying something nice about BronxNet. I think promoting one of our shows called Bronx Live.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Yeah,
but all the time. Yeah, we have. We actually just had a hip hop event that we did, and we covered hip hop events in the community that were happening to celebrate 50 years of hip hop. We had what's called 50 hours of hip hop on one of our channels.
Oh, great!
So we took over programming for 50 hours straight. So for hip hop in the Bronx. So that was really cool.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and during the 50 hours of hip hop, we had Grandmaster Melly Mel as one of our featured hip hop artists. So he's always been a friend of BronxNet, so he was definitely in studio. And Quick to Rock, which consists of Rockefeller and Quickstep. They are legendary street dance icons in the Bronx, and they actually are employees of BronxNet right now. They are part of our Creatives Rebuild New York grant. We were fortunate to be able to bring on 10 artists in residence through a $2 million grant that we won with Creators Rebuild New York. So this means that we're able to provide employment for 10 artists, and they're able to all create art for Bronx and for the Bronx community. So that includes initiatives like programming, like Quick to Rock. We have a video game that's being developed for the Bronx. We have virtual set signs. We have a public service announcement that's being a couple of public service announcements that have been developed, and more to come. We have a children's puppet show that's being developed. So many great things.
Oh, yes.
Through this grant. One of them is Quick to Rock.
Yes.
And Quick to Rock is a hip hop variety show, and these street dance icons, Rockefeller and Quickstep, co-hosted, and they were also hosting 50 hours of hip hop.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. So we had 3 days where we featured nothing but hip hop programming on our main signature channel, and Quick to Rock were hosting it. So always connected with famous names and famous figures in the Bronx.
Are you aware, Bernardo, that one of your program managers in public access TV in BronxNet became a professor? He came from
one of our program managers.
Yeah. No, he was the program. He was head of programming, and it was back about 30 years ago or 20 years ago. And because he had the contact right there at Lehman College, and since he was so knowledgeable in the public access field, and very few people were, he graduated from working for BronxNet as a program director to being a professor at Lehman teaching public access. What can the public, the public viewing this excerpt, what can the public do for BronxNet? Tell us, Bernardo, what can the public do for you?
So right now we're in the middle of our end-of-year fundraising. Beginning on Giving Tuesday, we've been allowing people to go on our website.
Oh, okay.
Donate. You can go to bronxnet.org/donate, and we, any small amount or any large amount is absolutely great and appreciated. So www.bronxnet.org/donate. So happy post-Giving Tuesday and happy holidays, and thank you everyone for the support. And aside from that, now you can also support us by watching our great programming. We are on Optimum in the Bronx on 67, 68, 69, 70, 951, and 952. 6 different channels with 6 different personalities, all in service to the Bronx and beyond. And we are also on in Files in the Bronx, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 6 channels. And if you don't have cable in the Bronx, you can watch on www.bronxnet.tv. And we're also on OTT, as they say in the industry. That's the cool lingo, right? So OTT is over-the-top television. So we're available on Amazon and Apple TV and even on connected TVs like LG and Samsung TVs, et cetera, et cetera. You can also download the Cablecast app and search BronxNet. That's another way to watch us on those platforms as well. So we're all over the place. We're everywhere that you are. So support us by watching, by donating, and we appreciate it.
Oh yeah, that's very good. Now you personally, how did you get interested in electronics and into TV? And how did you start?
So my story goes back a long, long time. So I started at 5 years old having my own TV show in my living room, around with a fake microphone. And for some reason, I thought that I was a TV host. I don't know where I got that from. Probably from watching. I'm guessing I got it from watching TV. Ironically enough, right? Like I probably got that idea from probably Sábado Gigante. That's a classic Spanish language TV show that was on Univision back in the day, hosted by Don Francisco, a legendary Spanish language broadcaster. So I think that was like my early inspiration, and it kind of went from there. I started off in radio.
Wait a second.
In high school.
Wait a second, honey. Where was this located?
So my first radio experience actually was ham radio. I was a ham radio operator and vice president of my ham radio club in high school at Brooklyn Tech in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of went from there. Then in my teen years, I fell in love with radio, and I grew up in New York, surrounded by, great radio stations and just great media in general. So I went to the College of Mount St. Vincent in the Bronx, New York, ironically, right? I started in the Bronx in radio, WMSV. It was a carrier current AM station with not much power. I think not many people listen, but it was a great start, a great experience. I was sports director there, general manager. I think I was program director at one point, so I held all these different titles. I was on the air, I was a DJ. So I really got my experience there and really found that I had a talent for being on the air as a music DJ. So,
oh, really?
So I pursued that. It was a lot of fun, and I got a lot of good feedback about my show. So I was like, let me try this as a career. So when I graduated from college, after a couple of internships in the New York City radio market, I interned at Z100, I interned at PLJ, and then I sent my demo tape out, and I got hired at 92.7 WLIR in Long Island. So that was my first professional on-air experience, so that was really cool. That was like a major, legendary alternative rock station that, to have my first gig there, it was like, oh my God, it was like, so I was nervous, but I did good. I got better and better, and I went on to other things. I went on to work for several other radio stations in the Northeast, in New Jersey and Long Island and New York. And then I transitioned over to television about 7 years ago. And here I am now at BronxNet.
And what was the transition to TV?
Oh, so yes, so the BronxNet. So I transitioned so I was working at Salem Media and Spanish Broadcasting System in New York City. And then I transitioned over to BronxNet in about 2017.
Oh, okay. And how did you do that, dear?
So I was looking for a full-time opportunity at that point, and I was fortunate enough to land an interview with BronxNet, and they liked what they saw and heard, and I was fortunate enough to be offered the position as a traffic manager at that point, and I worked my way up from traffic manager to programming manager, and then to director of programming.
Oh, very good, right. Now, folks, how do I tell our dear Bernardo that Glendora has been in public access TV 50 years?
Oh, I know. I know. And it's such a long time, and I'm so glad to be on the show, and much respect to you for so many years of service, and public access is very dear to my heart, so thank you so much.
Yes, very much so. Well, is there anything else, my dear Bernardo, that the public should know? What you told us what you do for the public, and we've asked the public what they can do for you. Is there anything else that we should tell the folks?
No, I think that's it. I appreciate so much for you guys to give me the time to have this platform and to share what great things are going on at BronxNet, and I really appreciate it.
Yes. Now, all my friends in Boston, that would be Glenn. All my friends in Manhattan and Queens and Staten, honey, and Brooklyn and Chicago, all you public access people out there, what do you think about this BronxNet public access? Pretty good stuff, isn't it? Is there anything else you wanted to say, dear Bernardo?
No, I think that's it. I think, I look forward to everyone checking out BronxNet online. It doesn't matter where you are. I mean, obviously, we super serve Bronxites to the best of our abilities, but
Yeah.
are also global. So even if you are in a different country or even if you're in a different state, you can still watch our great programming on www.bronxnet.org.
Tell us what you think the future is for public access.
I think the future for public access, well, hopefully this Community Media Reinvestment Act gets passed. And I know that's a big effort going on. There's a big effort going on in New York right now, particularly, and in other markets as well, to get that bill passed. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some progress there. And I think that will go a long way. That will have a significant impact on public access.
Keep going, honey. What else you think will happen to us?
I do hope that other public access organizations are able to land similar legislation in their respective markets and be able to get support that really is needed in community media in 2023 and 2024 going forward, right? Because
Yes.
the fact of the matter is that as things modernize, public access needs to move along with it. So
Yes.
as cord cutting progresses and things start shifting away from cable and more towards streaming, the public access needs to get the support to be able to continue
Yes.
along with that. So,
Yes. Yes.
so the Community Media Reinvestment Act is something that we're currently in huge support of, and we're hoping that definitely that we see some progress there.
Yes. Now, public access did a lot for streaming. Remember, in the early days, we were one of the first where a person I can watch my program coming in from Buffalo just by streaming.
Oh yeah. It's a wonderful technology.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is that it's being delivered through the same technology that it was being delivered through, so it's the same right of way. So in the same way that there's infrastructure supporting kid franchising, the same thing should be in place for streaming as well.
Well, now, Bernardo, thank you. I fulfilled my intent, myself finding out about BronxNet and your contributions, and telling my TV public access friends all over the country. You can have the last word, dear.
The last word is thank you, everyone who supports BronxNet. Thank you so much, everybody who has supported and over the past 30 years and will continue to support BronxNet television in the Bronx. Thank you so much.
Indeed. Grace and peace, dear Bernardo, and all of those you love, dear. Bye-bye.